Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM22 story, The Head Coach, with me, Daniel. It's part 49 today and we are back to face Middlesbrough, a big game in the Championship against a side that competed for the playoffs last year and has started brilliantly with 3 wins out of 3. But more importantly, we've then got transfer deadline day, and with a tough run of fixtures coming up in the next month or so after the first international break, we need additions, and we certainly need to replace one of Kalantari or Lestrange. If we don't do that, I feel our form will wane as we play some of the top sides in the division. But it has been a good start, and if you're looking forward to seeing if we can continue it, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on for daily FM22 content. All being well, as this episode's released, I'm currently at Boreham Wood v Wimbledon in the FA Cup, so keep your eyes peeled on the podcast channel and here for little clips from that. But a massive thank you for your support as always. You can find everything you need up in the eye above. Let's get cracking note with Bristol City, because we've not had many games off camera. And I think even from looking at the top right of the screen at the last 2 results, you can see what's different from last year. I think that's evident immediately. We are still going to be a comfortable mid-table side because there's some really poor teams in this division. But there's a lot of very good ones that I don't see us topping as our squad stands. Let's start quickly though by reviewing a few results off camera and the little bit of transfer work that's been done since the last episode. So we have got another player in, we'll get to them in a minute, but let's start with the schedule. 3 games that have been played in the league, 2 games in the cup. You saw the first one away at Leeds, a brilliant last minute winner, a real threat from set pieces throughout. Against Cheltenham away in the League Cup, we relied on penalties, but we got there in the end. Sam Greenwood with a brace, Rayhan Tulloch with a brace for the hosts, but we did win on a penalty shootout, which was just bizarre. We scored all 11 of ours, every single person took one. A few youngsters you can see off the bench there, and they missed their last. It wasn't the keeper, but they did end up falling out. A 1-0 win at home to MK Dons, Sam Greenwood with a penalty. Despite going down to 10 men, MK Dons looked comfortable for the most part. And you can see the difference already. We've got no goal threat compared to last season. Kalantari was almost a guaranteed goal a game. And if he wasn't, Lestrange would come on and do it instead. We haven't got that now. And it was proved by back-to-back 0-0 draws away at Peterborough, where Ryan Giles picked up a knock. And we look great at the back, not great going forward. And at home to Aston Villa in a League Cup, where a backup side did very well to get a draw. But again, we missed out on penalties. 3 of the 5 missed, and 2 of the most experienced players doing so as well. So a strong Middlesbrough side are going to be stern opposition. We haven't got that attacking improvement yet, but there's still 3 days to go. And in Jez George we trust. He's been busy, he's been active, but he can't get Kalantari for £2 million or anyone near that quality. Let's have a look at the transfers though, because there was one more addition since the last episode. There's been a few, but one more to the senior team. So we saw Marlon Torres was coming in. That was part of the last episode. He was being negotiated for. He did join the club virtually straight after the Leeds game. He's a very solid player. Only 5'11" for a centre-half, which is weird, but he'll do a job for us as a backup. We've then got a couple of youngsters, so Luke Conroy from Cliftonville, Dean Dealey from Sligo Rovers, and David Farrell just in from Waterford. But the first teamer for 325 grand is Daniel Batty. Now, I'm guessing he was about 4 or 5 down the pecking order for signings, but he does finally give us a backup option in holding midfield. Just completes that midfield set. He's got a few decent player traits, albeit I don't like that he dives into tackles. And he has played a lot of football in the EFL, albeit mostly at League One level. I'm sure he'll do a job as a backup. It's solid for the price, and considering the budget Jez George is working with this summer, I think that's a very good addition as a little squad player. So very happy with that, but we need an attacking player. Whether it's a right winger or a striker, we have to have one before the deadline. 3 days to go, let's get through the Middlesbrough game, and we can focus on the Director of Football deadline day antics. This should be very difficult. Middlesbrough third with 3 wins. Our first game after the internationals is Hull, who have won all 4 of theirs so far. So let's see what players we've got available. It should be all changed from the League Cup game in midweek. And we'll be back in a minute to run through our chosen 11. Well, just to evidence the issues with squad size, with attacking depth, we have got 18 players fit today, and they're all in the squad. If we look beyond the bench, we've got a couple of players coming back to fitness, we've got a couple coming back from injuries, and 1 or 2 who are tired from the midweek game. We are down to the bare bones, and going forward on the bench, there's only really Greenwood and maybe Rothwell that have got any attacking intent. Daniel Batty joined yesterday. He's going to be straight into the squad because of the lack of players we have. And the first 11 virtually picks itself. So I'm sure you could probably name it, but I'll do so anyway. It's Griffiths in goal, Darboe and Bryan the fullbacks, with Atkinson and Muller at centre-half. I've got to say, touch wood so far, I'm really pleased with how well they've held their fitness, the over 30s in that squad, particularly defensively. We've got Amos, Williams and Chalobah at the central midfield three, Thompson, Giles and Mousse the front three. And we've only got 2 goals between them all season. Greenwood's the top scorer on the bench, but that's been against weaker opposition in the Cup. It's going to be very difficult for us to score goals, so we've got to be tight at the back. I did just want to show you one funny thing quickly. Joe Williams, we mentioned about his injury proneness, how many games he missed last year, and lots of Bristol City fans in the comments saying the same. Look at his injury susceptibility. Not just low, it's very low. I think that is the lowest rating you can have. So I just found that quite amusing. Given his injury list last season, given his previous, I mean, look at that list for a start. 2 2-month ones before the game, a 3-month one in the game, and then lots of little knocks as well either side. It doesn't suggest a player who's got a very low injury risk. Maybe he just flies into tackles, who knows. But let's go and get into it. The big game of the day against Borough. If we can get a result here and stay in that top 6 mix, it will make it a lot easier for Jed George to tempt players to come. Let's see if we can do it. Well, in we go. Only Josh Griffiths, the goalkeeper, keeps his place between the sticks. Everyone else is changed from midweek. Middlesbrough, a pretty good side. Oliver Burke, Ben Woodburn has developed really well in this save. Jack Stevens at the back, Nathan Phillips. That must be a back 3, the way they're lined up there. I can't see how that would be a 4. But it's a good side. It's going to be a very difficult match. We're going to ask the lads to prove a point. We're expecting there to be a clash of formations. Now let's see if we can hold firm, because let's be honest, we're not scoring goals galore. Well, it's not a back 5 for Middlesbrough, it's a 4-1-4-1 according to the formation screen, and we're on the front for early doors with Bryan. To Ryan Giles, has had a few knocks himself already, into Lys Mousset. Heads just over the bar. Good run from Mousset, good header at the front post. Didn't quite hit the target though, and that's where the difficulty comes. If we can get on top and get that early goal though, which the stats would suggest we can, we've got a chance to hold on for a clean sheet. At the moment though, we've just not got enough of a threat. Well, it's a free kick on the left-hand side. Half an hour gone. There's been no threat on our goal at all. But unless we take chances, it won't matter. And as we said against Leeds, as it was against MK with the winning penalty, set pieces are going to be so crucial for us. Giles goes up at the front post, doesn't win it, but he gets the flick of sorts. I don't think he knew much about it. And Amos is there 8 yards out. Free floating man, makes the run from deep and drills it into the corner. Keeper had no chance. It's 1-0 at the break. And despite our dominance in the game, it's a set piece that's done the trick again. So let's tell the lads to keep it up. The one thing you can't question is the spirit in this side. It is so resolute. It is so professional. And it's coming forward again with Ryan Giles down the left-hand side. Starting to come of age here. What a ball that is. Ryan Giles with the cross from the left wing. Max Thompson, we worried about him switching to the right. We've not had great success with right wingers in any save this year. My word, he's delivering when it matters. Big leap at the back post, bullet header, and it's 2-0. Excellent work from Bristol City. And we look alright as Lys Mousset's in again. Chance to score would do his confidence the world of good, but it falls for Giles on the left after a block. He gets to the byline. Big cross to the back post. Thompson in for Mousset. Oh, we're dismantling Borough. It's starting to feel a bit like last season here. Imagine if we can add one more top attacking player to this. Just imagine the quality we could have if we added a Kalantari, if we added a Lestrange, someone of that ability. It would be incredible as Muller gets the ball to Darboe. Big ball out to the left for Giles. Middlesbrough collapsing here as Giles cuts it back to Chalobah. He goes inside, gives the ball away. It's a long kick downfield, but only as far as Muller. He brings it forward unopposed. Middlesbrough still sitting 11 behind the ball. Thompson on the right. Gets towards the byline again. Chance to cross from the other side this time. Goes back to Williams and Darboe. Support from Amos, the holding midfielder, to Chalobah. Gives it to Amos again. There's support over on the left. And Giles will find it. The overlapping Bryan. He releases Giles again. 2 in the box. Across for Thompson. Oh, it's all kicking off now. This is the moment we've been waiting for. We're having one of those days. Ryan Giles is absolutely tearing that left wing to shreds. And we can actually start thinking about resting players now. It's that good. I tell you what I'm going to do as a result of this, and it's a luxury we're not often afforded. I'm going to swap Shalabar with Amos. We'll put one of those in the middle of midfield. Not sure which way round suits them best, to be honest. I think Williams is the more naturally box-to-box player, so that's what we're going to stick with. And I'm going to replace Shalabar with Batty for a debut. It's not something we often get to do, but he'll get a run out here. We have got an issue with Venegas at right back. He's not going to get a work permit and has asked to leave. So I think we might have to leave him for now. But I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, then we'll make a couple of subs. I think Max Thompson is a candidate to come off, and then we'll decide the last one later on. Thompson scored a goal or two. He's already on a yellow. He gets more tired than most, as does Giles on the left, so we might just swap both. As Darbo on the right to Williams, down the line to Thompson. He gets towards the byline, crosses again. Giles is up. Stevens wins it in the air. Goes out to Brian. And I think we're seeing with this Middlesbrough team a few players playing out of position, and it's showing as Thompson's in. Header hits the bar. It could have been a hat-trick. And that would have been the moment to take him off. But with the injury record to the two wingers, with the fitness struggling a little bit, and with us 4-0 up, for the last 20, let's just give them a rest. Vokins will come on the left wing. We'll bring on Sam Greenwood on the right. And we'll just see out the last 20 minutes. What a lovely day at the office this is. As it's a throw on the right-hand side for Darbo. Batty loses out in the challenge. It falls for Woodburn. He plays it back into midfield. I can see Woodburn's pushed forward now, but Darbo nicks it back. Gets a big clearance on it. Surely we can't concede 4 in 10 minutes. Even if we do let in 1, I think we'll be alright. As Stevens. Back to McArdle. Nice football from Middlesbrough, but a little too late, to be honest. As Kinsombi gets down the right-hand side. Good challenge, Brian. And Atkinson wins it again. We're so strong in defensive areas. It's absolutely fabulous to watch us defend. The fullbacks are rarely beaten. And we look so good playing out from the back as Williams gets it from Muller to Greenwood. Up to Mousset. I think he was offside. It's saved anyway. It's gone out for a corner. The flag didn't go up, so maybe he should have scored. Corner kick will be taken. Joe Bryant with the outswinger. Can he find another Bristol City head? We're a massive threat from set pieces. And we almost are there too. Good flick from Cooper. Vokins will see it out. 10 to go. I'm having a lovely time. Well, as it stands, into stoppage time, we are going top of the league, albeit briefly, because of goal difference after this win. Let me tell you this now. If transfer deadline day is as successful as this, we're going to have one hell of a season. We'll be back in a minute for the big day, and we'll run through it with Judge George at the helm. It is transfer deadline day. It is an important day for us. I hope we can get in an attacking player of some sort. And we kind of need a backup keeper as well. So if that could be the business for the day, I'd be happy. I can see the deadline day rumour there. We are linked with winger Geordie and Bula. Let's have a quick look at him. 7.75 million, which we haven't got. So no idea how it would happen. But he's a 6-foot winger. He fits our criteria. I think he'd be great. We're going to take part in the day. We have had the tease yesterday. If we go back to the inbox, there were loads of recruitment assignments that completed. And look at the standard of players they're finding. Look at him. Ivo Cordero. Get me that guy. I know he doesn't suit our tactic at all, but he's a wonder kid. Get me that player. Get me Roman Borbeli, a Slovakian brilliant youngster. He can't finish from Monaco. Just get me someone who can give us some squad depth. The sad news, unfortunately, Venegas still worried about his work permit. Jez George couldn't cheer him up. But at the moment, the offers are still getting rejected, so it doesn't matter what's happening for now. And those offers are derisory, let's be honest. I do want to start, though, with some non-transfer and in fact non-management related good news. You may remember that last year we had that really weird kick-off time glitch where every game was 15 minutes apart in the EFL. Well, it's randomly solved itself this year. Everything's back to normal, 3 o'clock's and a TV game. And I got to season 6 in the Hemel save, which is where it happened here. And there's no such thing. So I've no idea what caused the problem in this save last season, but it is fixed. More importantly though, there's 15 hours to go. There's 2 million in the bank. There's 40k in wages. Even if he gets me a loan start, I'll take it. There were some big signings on deadline day last year. Kalantari, one of them. Can we get the same today? Jez George, it's over to you. Well, I can see in the rumours down here, just behind my head, we're linked with a young striker from Motherwell, David Mullins, for 675,000. We're back with 13 hours to go. What is happening? Offer for Bond. That's a goalkeeper, isn't it? Because we saw that at the start of the day. Jonathan Bond, 2.5-star ability keeper. Spending half your budget on a 34-year-old backup keeper. You don't need to do that. I mean, he's very good. He'll do the job for sure. But I'm not sure that's the way to spend the money. £1.5 grand being recouped in wages for Applegate going out on loan. But it's not the priority for me. As much as we do need one, let's hope it's the first of a couple. 12 hours to go. One news item. The bond offer's accepted. Do we have confidence in Jez George to get the job done? Well, he's proven it before. Let's have a quick look at that youngster who we were linked with in that little flash item. David Mullins from Motherwell. I'm not sure that there'll be an offer for him. Doesn't look like it so far. And he's a striker who can't finish. So ideally, we'd like there not to be. 10 hours remaining. Loads of agent offers for Jez George. Loads of players attracting interest, including one that we're not very keen on losing. Max Thompson is a superstar for us at this level. Let's see the 7 inbox items though. Surely Bond's joined by now. Have we got another offer? Because there'll be plenty of wage budget remaining. Please give me some good news. Inbox is... We have full faith in George. Bond has joined. 850 grand, 5k a week. 2.5 star ability. Like for like replacement for Archie Mayer. It's not really good enough to be spending nearly £1 million on him. But at 34 years of age, he's a solid, experienced player in the squad. His personality is okay. And he's a natural sweeper keeper, which suits us too. The agent offers summary is still coming in. Applegate has gone on loan to Stockport to get us £1.5 grand a week. And our transfer budget, there's still a bit remaining. Don't you worry about that. Please get me a striker on loan. We've got 10 hours to get it done. Come on, Jez. There are 7 hours to go, and I can't say I'm not starting to get a little bit worried at this point. There's so many agent offers that are available to Jez. Surely one of them has got to take his eye. There's 3 inbox items. Cross your fingers. But it says, it just gave it away up there. No active transfers. That is not what we want to see with 7 hours to go. He's been so busy trying to get players, particularly the likes of right wingers and people like that, throughout this window. Why would he not then go for it on deadline day? So hang on a minute. We've got an item here. Having been linked with Ian Grandison throughout the window, will you finally get a deal done? 18-year-old Fulham striker. Of course, they're the club that nicked Lestrange. I mean, it's not the deal I want, to be brutally honest. I'm just going to decline that. But 7 hours to go. We need a miracle now. 5 hours remaining. It says 1 active transfer. There are 4 inbox items. Please let it be an offer for a player coming in and not one getting sold. There have been 97 agent offers today. So no wonder he's not been able to make offers. He's too busy listening to ones from agents. Please let it be good. We have got... No, it's gone the other way. An offer in from West Brom for Thompson. And now he's complained, which a good thing means it must have been rejected. It's 9 million with a 20% sell on. It's not a good enough offer, we've got to be honest. What is he worth? 10.5, so I can't even do the we'll sell you for a decent value. We are going to say, I'll let you go at the end of the season if we don't go up. He's complaining about it. It doesn't seem realistic. Look at the young players. I don't believe it myself though. And I can't say look at the players I'm bringing in because it's not happening. There's £1.5 million budget left. There's 6 hours to go. And Jez George isn't bidding for anyone. There's not even 6, is there? There's 5 hours left. Let's just say we've got great young players. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. We can't have him unhappy. We'll just say, you're going to have to stay. Sorry, pal. I know you're not happy, and I know you've been brilliant, but I need to keep you here. Jez George, do not sell him. Look at that kid at Celtic who's coming up in the scout reports. He'd be pretty good as well, but well out of price range. That's the issue. 5 hours left. I don't see where the miracle comes. Unless he finds someone to make a loan offer for, I think we're stuck with what we got. 4 hours left. 2 inbox items there. Is there going to be anything for us to cheer about? No. 2 agent offer summaries. Max Thompson looks increasingly unlikely that he'll get the move he's been angling for. Yeah, absolutely. He needs to commit to the club and give everything he has. Absolutely that. Fingers crossed he'll respond to it. He'll be positive. With 4 hours to go, my transfer work is not looking that way. Come on, Jez, give us one more trick. One more loan deal. That's all I'm asking. Rather worryingly, we're not even being linked with anyone here. We're not even getting any this player's rumoured to be joining us. So I think it's done. Fingers crossed I'm wrong, but doesn't look good. 2 hours to go. It says 1 active transfer again. There's 2 items there. It's the last chance. If there's not a bid in by now, nothing's going to happen. Please don't let it be an offer for one of ours. Let it be Jez George going to work. It's not, and I don't actually get what the open offer is there. There's nothing open. Can we go back and see what the active transfer is? What is it saying is active? Because all of those have been rejected. There's something for Venegas? No. I don't get that. Really don't get it. Looks like a factual error. Let's go and have a look at the questions here. Jonathan Bond is not a panic buy. We've let them know we're happy with him. But I really wanted one more. And if you look, live transfer rumours, there is nothing all afternoon really that's linking anyone to us. The last things we had were around lunchtime. And that is a big concern. The fans saying on social media we need signings, but I don't think they're coming, I'm afraid. 30 minutes left. I'm afraid it's not going to happen. It still says one active transfer. It's probably still wrong. No signings coming. And I guess we have to look at the irony, don't we? Joe Bryan is going nowhere. Definitely the case now. But we have to look at the irony, don't we? Last year, we spent all summer complaining at Sheffield Wednesday that there were no goalkeepers at the club. And now we're complaining that our deadline day business is a solid backup keeper. We shouldn't really be. But ultimately, in the promotion push, when we start playing the big sides next month, I think now we might fall a little bit short. But still, we've got a solid club. We'll meet our expectations. The squad is pretty good. With 30 minutes to go, Jonathan Bond will be the only signing. And deadline day, overall, will be a little underwhelming. And there we go. The window is closed. A transfer profit for Bristol City, a season of building off the pitch. Still the 10th biggest wage bill in the league. We've got to be fair on that front. And that's about where I'd expect us to finish, to be honest. We're a good side. We've shown we can score goals. The issue now on deadline day is not really the ins and outs. It's what's going to happen with Max Thompson, who is probably our biggest attacking threat. Now he's unhappy, now he wants to leave. Thankfully he's got 3 years left on his deal, so we'll get good money regardless. But I just hope his form doesn't dip, because you saw in the last game against Middlesbrough just how crucial he is. Let's have a look at the transfer window as a whole then. We did lose John Lestrange for £18 million at the end of last season. A few little deals at the start of this season. Salvador, he left as a first team player, as did Niall John. In terms of ins, not a huge amount really. Only sort of youth players at the start of the summer window. Then the 5 senior additions were Paddy McNair, who I think has been overpriced hugely and was 3rd or 4th choice based on the ones we missed out on. Ryan Giles looks like he's going to be a good left winger and he is at peak age. Marlon Torres, a decent backup centre half. Daniel Batty, decent backup centre mid. And Jonathan Bond, decent backup keeper. So the squad, pretty much where it was last year, with the exception of 2 elite level strikers. And that means we'll probably not quite have the goal power to go up, but we should be solid enough to finish comfortably mid-table. Let's have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. I'm going to make it about 6 games time, and you might notice the reason towards the end of November. Sheffield Wednesday, our former club who we left last season, did come up in the playoffs. They have got some goalkeepers in the club, albeit not great ones. How did they do on deadline day? Couple of players in actually, so loan market, a goalkeeper. They also bought in Jack Broad, a centre-half from Brighton, and Hanley, a centre-half from Villa. So they are improving their squad. They're a decent club. That will be 2 episodes' time. In between now and then, we'll come back about halfway. So somewhere in that Blackburn, Preston, Fulham, Forest region to see how we're getting on in the Championship. If you did enjoy this episode though, a scintillating performance against Middlesbrough before a slightly underwhelming and frustrating transfer deadline day, please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content from 2 long-term stories. Let me know based on that performance, the squad depth and the lack of signings on deadline day, where do you think we're going to be this year? Mid-table? Can we get a good start and get a move again, a bit like we did with Wednesday last year? I love the club, I love the spirit, but looking at the age of our squad now, this is definitely going to be its last good year. Fingers crossed we can make it a good one though. Hopefully you'll come and join me to find out. There's links to all the other playlists in the eye above, and there should be imminent content from Boreham Wood v Wimbledon on the podcast channel and here. That's where I should be in real life at the moment. But thank you very much for watching, for joining me for another Deadline Day special, and I'll see you next time for more Championship action as we try and compete at the top with Bristol City.